Mm-hmm.
So up here, this is in the cab portion of the RV. This is a standard Sprinter vehicle. This is common in a lot of commercial vehicle setups. I'll go over how to operate everything up in the front side of the RV. So the first thing is starting the vehicle. It starts just like a regular car would. It does tend to crank a little longer because this is a diesel. Once the unit is started, you'll hear the beeps and you'll see everything come online. A couple of things to pay attention to. Starting from the left to the right here, we have a easy tire monitor. One of the most dangerous things that could happen in an RV is a tire blowout, and those are most commonly caused by a low pressure or high pressure situation with the tires. So this monitor will come on automatically anytime that you're driving. It's also plugged into the center here. This monitor will monitor all 6 tires on the RV, and it'll alert you if any of the tires are overheating, overpressure, or under pressure. There's really nothing that you need to worry about reading this display. It will beep an alarm if there's a problem. If it does go off, it'll show you which tire is giving you the problem and give you a readout of it. That's a good time to pull off the road and contact the roadside assistance number to correct whatever the problem with the tire is. Up in the dash, you have standard controls for your fuel gauge, your mileage, your RPMs, your speed, etc. You have cruise control here, turn signal and headlights just like a regular automobile. You do have the cab over ahead. So when you're going underneath branches or into a drive-through, a gas station, or even some parking garages, you will have a clearance issue. The clearance needed to safely go underneath anything is about 12 feet for this RV. It is also about 8 feet wide. We include a placard here which has a quick little checklist of all the stuff that you should do before moving, as well as all of the specific dimensions. So if you're not sure, you see a bridge overpass ahead and has a clearance sign on it, stop before you go through it, double check if necessary against this to see if you're going to clear. Over towards the center, you have the infotainment system. We have a navigation system here, which includes Android Auto and CarPlay as well. So you have hookups down here, currently for an iPhone. You can connect your iPhone, put it in the storage container here, and it can use the Apple Maps and the music and all the features of your phone directly on the display without having to have the phone out or in use or anything else. And it'll give you your navigation, it'll give you your personal contacts. You don't need to worry about programming your addresses or destinations. It'll give you everything up here. It'll also give you your voice prompts and notifications while you're driving, and it has a microphone so that you can use Siri's hand-free while you're driving. Your climate control setup is here, and you have a couple of connections down here. This is in use for the tire pressure monitoring system, so don't disconnect this. Your gear selector is here. This will be handy when you're driving if you're going uphill or downhill because of the weight of the vehicle. You may need to use, when in drive, tapping it to the left will downshift the RV. This will increase the engine RPMs, giving you more power to climb a hill, and also more engine braking capability to help slow you down when going downhill so you don't have to ride the brake. So tapping this to the left is a very useful thing to do when you're going through hilly areas. Once you're no longer in a hilly area or you go back to level ground, you tap this back to the right and it'll go back to normal drive condition. There's a couple of convenience cup holders down here in the bottom. And when reversing the RV, there's right where the rear view mirror would normally be located, you have a reverse camera. This is the camera we talked about in the back. This will show you at the bottom edge of the screen. It's a little hard to see right now, but you can see at the bottom of the screen, you can just barely see the bumper of the RV itself. So you can see all the way right up to the very edge of the RV, and you can see the 2 corners that are needed for clearance. This is very useful when backing into a site so that you know where to watch for trees or brushes or the power hookup or anything that might be in your site that could be close to the RV. You will want to have more space on the driver's spot side when parking into a campsite, because this is the side where the slide out will extend out to. So you always want to have more space on this side than you need to have on this side over here. Even when the vehicle is in park, this display will go off. However, if you need it for clearances, such as pulling in or out of someplace tight, you can turn this on and it will stay on the entire time that you're driving. You can even use this as a rear view mirror since you have no other way to see out of the back of the vehicle while driving. I usually leave this on all the time myself just so that I can see cars